Want a diamond ring, I want some bracelets and everything. Daddy, you better get the best for me. Hey, Daddy.
Welcome back to Natural One, the YouTube channel that's as mid as the filler episodes in your favorite show. Still worth watching, but you know it could be better. Today, we're grabbing our pistols, dusting off our archaeology degrees, and diving headfirst into the world of one of gaming's most iconic adventurers, LARA CROFT. Whether she's scaling mountains, raiding tombs, or single-handedly defying the laws of physics, LARA is the definition of badass. So strap in, avoid the spikes, and let's roll out.
Well, you got to sign in like everyone else. What's your name?
LARA
Lara.
CROFT.
Alright, let's break down the numbers for the ultimate Tomb Raider. Just remember, we're not here to chit-chat with NPCs. We're here to dodge traps and shoot bad guys in the face. Let's start out with a 15 in dex. You ever see someone leap across a crumbling chasm, dodge arrows, and shoot a bad guy midair? Yeah, that's Laura's Tuesday. With a dex like this, she's the queen of parkour, gunplay, and making impossible stunts look like a morning stretch. Next up, a 14 in wisdom. When you've seen as much supernatural nonsense as Laura, you start trusting your gut. She's like a human metal detector for danger. If something's off, she's the first to know. Wisdom was keeping her from becoming another artifact in the tomb. Busty 13 in con. Falling off a cliff? Just a scratch. Taking a bullet? Barely an inconvenience. Laura's got the toughness of someone who's been impaled on a spike trap and lived to tell the tale. I'm just not that good at games, okay? Regardless, with a con of 13, she can take the hits and keep raiding, because tombs don't explore themselves and that treasure isn't going to find itself. A solid 12 in strength. Sure, Laura's not going to be arm wrestling a troll anytime soon, but she's got the muscle where it counts. From hauling herself up sheer cliffs to moving ancient stone doors, her strength gets the job done when finesse just won't cut it. A decent 10 in intelligence. Laura's not here to write a dissertation, she's here to raid tombs. I mean, sure, it's a little low at the moment, but I'm sure with some studying we can get it up. Finally, a measly 8 in charisma. When it comes to socializing, Laura's about as approachable as a trapped sarcophagus. I mean, look, if you keep asking people to go on these awesome adventures with you and they keep saying no, I don't think it's just a bad role. I'm just saying.
Sometimes I swear you have a death wish.
Maybe you do.
The race? Mark of finding. You thought we'd be basic and go variant human, didn't you? Not today, buddy. LARA CROFT is all about the mark of finding because she's the ultimate Tomb Raider. Literally. With a +2 in wisdom, she's spotting traps like it's nobody's business, and the +1 to constitution keeps her from keeling over after the third death-defying leap. Dark vision is a must when you're diving into pitch black tombs, and with Hunter's intuition, Laura's always got a D4 up her sleeve for those clutch moments. Finder's magic lets her cast Hunter's Mark and locate object, because when you're LARA CROFT, you don't just find treasure, you find treasure. Oh, and she's fluent in Goblet now. Go figure. LARA CROFT isn't just a Tomb Raider, she's Lady LARA CROFT to you, thank you very much. With a noble background, she's got the family crest, the massive estate, and enough old money to buy all the artifacts she's hunting down. But where's the fun in that? With proficiency in history, Laura knows her stuff, probably better than the ancient historians themselves, and also she's got persuasion, which, you know, makes it at least passing. Sometimes. And as for languages, how about Mandarin? Because when you're not just raiding tombs, but also dealing with international artifact dealers, speaking the local lingo is a must.
Make sense right this second, or I swear I'll execute you where you stand!
Alright, let's kick things off at level 1 by making Lara a rogue. I mean, what else would she be? A barbarian smashing artifacts? With sneak attack, Lara's not just poking baddies with arrows, she's turning them into pincushions with an extra 1d6 of oops, didn't see that coming damage. And then there's Thieves' Cant. Laura's basically got her own secret code for all things shady. It's like texting, but with hieroglyphics and cool hand signals. For skills, we're grabbing Acrobatics, Investigation, Sleight of Hand, and Perception, because Laura's not just playing Tomb Raider, she is the Tomb Raider, flipping over gaps, solving riddles, picking every lock in sight, and catching every little clue that'll lead to the next big discovery. And for expertise, double down on Perception and Investigation, because, let's be real, Laura's the queen of... wait, that wall's not a wall. It's a secret passage! At level 2, Lara unlocks Cunning Action, which basically means she's mastered the art of noping out of dangerous situations. Dash, disengage, hide, you name it. As long as you name those 3 things, I guess. I mean, hell, she's only level 2. Let's move on. Level 3 and Lara's taking a page out of the Scout playbook, becoming the ultimate tomb raiding trap dodging machine. Skirmisher lets her move up to half her speed as a reaction when an enemy gets too close. So when that mummy tries to get handsy, she's already 3 steps ahead, ready to return the favor with a pickaxe to the face. And with Survivalist, she's gained proficiency in nature and survival, because when you're neck deep in quicksand, it helps to know what kind of leaf you're grabbing. Poison Ivy would suck. Laura's already been through enough tombs to know that dangerous is just another word for fun. So why not take the Dungeon Delver feat at level 4? It gives her advantage on perception and investigation checks to find those pesky secret doors and resist traps, because if there's one thing Laura loves, it's finding the path that everyone else missed. Plus, even if she falls for one of those traps, it's no big deal. She's got resistance to trap damage and advantage on saving throws to shrug it off. After all, the only thing deadlier than an ancient trap is the person who knows how to disarm it. At level 5, it's time for Laura to tap into her inner survivalist with a dash of Ranger. With favorite foe, she can lock onto her enemies like she's got some ancient mystical GPS. Every time she lands a hit, she's racking up that sweet 1d4 extra damage. Because if you're going to survive in the jungles of Peru or the Siberian tundra, you need every advantage you can get. And hey, with Canny, she's not just sneaky, she's expertise sneaky in stealth. Plus, we'll throw in Japanese and Russian to round out her language skills. Tomb raiding is a global affair, after all. At level 6, Laura's getting into the groove of being a legendary adventurer with the archery fighting style. Because hitting your target from 100 feet away while dodging collapsing temples is all in a day's work. For spells, she's packing Detect Magic, because not every shiny trinket should be touched, and Longstrider, giving her that extra burst of speed when the floor starts collapsing beneath her feet. At level 7, Laura's embracing her inner stealth expert with Dread Ambusher from the Gloomstalker. She's now a pro at setting up surprise attacks, getting a bonus to initiative, and an extra attack that's perfect for laying down the hurt on those unsuspecting foes. And if you thought she couldn't get sneakier, think again. Umbral Sight gives her the even better dark vision, and makes her practically invisible to creatures that rely on it. And as that wasn't enough, Laura uses Primal Awareness to speak with animals, which is handy when you need to ask a squirrel for directions to the next hidden tomb. That's more accurate enough, right? You guys cool with that? We're cool with that. Also, for spells, Good Berries are go-to for a quick snack. After all, even Tomb Raiders need to keep their energy up. With the level 8 ASI, LARA CROFT optimizes her physical abilities by adding +1 to both Dexterity and Strength. This upgrade means she's even more nimble when navigating dangerous environments, and stronger when handling the physical challenges of her adventures. Level 9 turns Laura into a true expert in the art of combat and exploration. Extra attack means she's not just hitting foes once per turn, she's delivering a brutal double whammy that makes quick work of her enemies. At the same time, she's also picked up the Find Traps spell. This nifty spell lets Laura sense traps before she stumbles into them, which is pretty handy when you're dodging ancient death traps and pitfalls. Level 10 is where Laura truly shines in her element. With Deft Explorer, she's faster, stronger, and more agile. Her walking speed gets a boost of 5 feet, and she gains climbing and swimming speeds that match her regular pace, making her the ultimate all-terrain adventurer. On top of that, her favorite foe now grants an extra 1d6 damage, making every strike count even more against her marked enemies.
History doesn't always tell us the whole truth, because the real truth is too difficult for most to bear. I have to figure out what this is all about.
Alright folks, we're officially in the wait, what? Territory. LARA CROFT is embracing her inner barbarian. Earlier, we joked about how ridiculous it would be for her to go full rage mode, but guess what? We fired that guy. It's fine, he's fine. Regardless, we do actually have a reason for what we're doing. Think less angry Hulk type shenanigans and more, oh god, I'm gonna die, adrenaline type. When Laura rages, she gains advantage on strength checks and saving throws, packs a serious punch with bonus damage, and takes less damage from attacks. See? That wasn't so bad now, was it? Do not start demanding we hire him back in the comments. It won't happen. No #justice for the writer. Plus, she gets unarmored defense. We couldn't have her wearing plate mail now, could we? It's because of practicality. Yeah, let's go with that. With her dex and constitution adding up, Laura's armor class sits comfortably at 15. At level 12, Laura's danger sense is her go-to for spotting and evading traps and spells, keeping her safe while she's raiding. When she goes into reckless attack mode, she's all about high risk, high reward combat. Her strikes hit harder, though she's easier to hit in return. It's a classic Laura move, going all out while staying one step ahead of danger. Hitting level 13, Laura embraces the Totem Warrior's Tiger Spirit, adding a thrilling edge to her jumps. She gains an additional 10 feet on long jumps and 3 feet on high jumps, perfect for high stakes leaps. With Spirit Seeker, she can richly cast Beast Sense and speak with animals, useful for interacting with wildlife. Primal Knowledge boosts her athletics, allowing Laura to handle every adrenaline-pumping situation with ease. Alright, here's where things get a bit unfair. For your enemies, that is. Reaching Rogue level 5 at level 14, Laura unlocks Uncanny Dodge, the video game equivalent of a QuickTime event that lets you reduce incoming damage with perfect timing. When you see that attack coming, all it takes is a reaction from Laura and boom, half the damage, twice the survivability. At level 15, we're doubling down on Laura's skills, because why not? Rogue level 6 gives us another round of expertise, this time in athletics and acrobatics. Laura's already a tomb raiding, puzzle solving machine, but now she's doing it with the finesse of a gold medal gymnast and the strength of a mountain climber. Hitting level 16, we grab Rogue level 7 and the sweet power of evasion. Now, when Laura faces down explosions, collapsing temples, or any other I should definitely die here scenarios, she's got the ultimate escape plan. With evasion, Laura turns every dexterity save into a chance to completely shrug off the damage, and even when she's not perfect, she's still only taking half. Level 17 is all about leveling up Laura's status to an all-around badass. Rogue level 8 comes with skill expert feat, giving her an extra +1 to strength. Laura also picks up medicine, because sometimes you have to patch yourself up after dodging death traps. And finally, expertise in history rounds things out, making Laura the ultimate Tomb Raider who doesn't just raid, she understands exactly what she's stealing. With level 18, Laura reaches Rogue level 9 and gains superior mobility, which sounds like something out of a superhero playbook, and honestly it kind of is. Laura's now faster by 10 feet, whether she's on foot, scaling walls, or swimming through ancient ruins. This boost makes her the ultimate escape artist, pulling off those I can't believe she made it moments with style. At level 19, Laura's brainpower gets a boost with Rogue level 10 and the Linguist feat. She picks up a +1 to intelligence because being a genius adventurer is just part of the job description. Plus, she learns 3 new languages, Greek, Spanish, and Italian. Because why not be able to chat with the locals while she's raiding their ancestors' tombs? Level 20 brings us to Rogue level 11, where Laura unlocks reliable talent. Because at this point, she's pretty much mastered everything. With this ability, any check that involves her proficiency bonus is now a guaranteed success, meaning Laura's not just good, she's flawless. Whether she's solving a riddle that stumped scholars for centuries or making a death-defying leap, Laura's now guaranteed to nail it every time. She's the definition of a pro.
There are so many mysteries that I once dismissed as mere stories, but the line between our myths and truth is fragile and blurry.
Laura may have spent countless hours raiding tombs and dodging traps, so she's not just a pretty face with a pistol. Let's break down what makes her an absolute force to be reckoned with. She's super skillful. Laura's got a jaw-dropping 11 skills and 8 expertises, making her more versatile than a pocket knife. Thanks to reliable talent, she can't roll lower than a 10 on any of those skills. Did I mention she gets a bonus D4 on both perception and survival checks? She's practically the queen of exploration. Oh, and she's got proficiency with thieves' tools, so she's not just picking locks, she's doing it with style. She's a linguist extraordinaire. If Laura ever runs out of traps to disarm, she can always fall back on her impressive language skills. With 9 languages in her arsenal, including Goblin, which is totally canon, don't look it up, she's the ultimate polyglot adventurer. Seriously, just trust us, Goblin makes sense here. Traps better look out for her. When Laura's in a dungeon, traps might as well be neon signs saying, "Here I am, here I am!" With a +15 and a D4 to perception, she's spotting traps like a hawk. Thanks to her advantage from Dungeon Delver, she's practically guaranteed to find anything lurking in the shadows. Are you still worried she might miss something? She always has fine traps prepared. If she somehow manages to roll a minimum of 26 and still fails, no worries. Her danger sense gives her advantage on saves, plus a +9 to her dexterity saves. And if she does fail, evasion means she only takes a quarter of the damage. Disarming those pesky traps? With a minimum disarm check of 19, she's flipping switches and disabling traps like it's second nature. Did I mention she's a speed demon? With a base speed of 45 feet, she can dash as a bonus action and even get quicker with Long Strider. This speed applies to her climbing and swimming speeds, so she's not just a land rover. Plus, if she's in a pinch, she can use her emergency rage for a +10 bonus to her jump, leaping to safety. And did I mention she has a +6 in initiative thanks to Gloomstalker? Yeah, good luck catching her. Lara Croft may be a legend in the world of adventuring, but even the mightiest Tomb Raider has her flaws. She's not super charismatic. Sure, Laura has a whopping 11 skill proficiencies, but only one of those is social. Just one. She's not exactly winning any social butterfly awards. This is a lone wolf we're talking about, folks. Adventure solo, and she might as well be speaking to her bow and arrow instead of charming her way through a tavern full of patrons. She's not really statted out, so let's be real. Lara Croft is no god or sci-fi super soldier. She's just a human with her highest stat clocking in as 16. Sure, that might get you through a few dungeons, but you'll notice how it affects her attack rolls, damage, saves, and overall durability. When you hit level 20, prepare for some serious reality checks. She's not even related to Sir Francis Drake. Seriously, what kind of adventurer are you if you can't even claim Sir Francis Drake as your great-great-great-granddaddy? I mean, this is like being a knight without a sword, or a wizard without a spellbook. It's downright sacrilegious. How is Laura supposed to strut to a dungeon and throw down with the big boys when she doesn't have a legendary ancestor backing her up? This is why Nathan Drake can swagger into any tomb like he owns the place, because he's got the adventurer's bloodline. Meanwhile, poor Laura's out here fighting mummies and ghosts with the only lineage she's got being a collection of dusty family trees. It's an absolute travesty. If there's one thing we know, it's that true adventurers come from legendary stock. Otherwise, you're always just another wannabe in the shadow of greatness. This is why the Uncharted games will always be better. And there you have it, folks. Our take on Lara Croft is complete. If you're itching to explore ruins and dodge traps like a seasoned adventurer, this build is your golden ticket. You got a character you want us to dive into next? Drop your suggestions in the comments, or maybe you just feel like spamming Goblin. That's fine too. If this video got your adrenaline pumping, give that like button a big whack. If it didn't, well, I guess you'll just have to raid more tombs to feel something. We did a really good job. Our moms told us so. And while you're down there, don't forget to subscribe. It's free. And ring that notification bell so you never miss our weekly escapades. And remember, you can snag this build and all previous ones for free on Patreon. Because who doesn't love free stuff? As always, thanks for watching, and until next time, we'll catch you on the flip side. Can't beat. Nathan Drake is even related to Sir Francis Drake? His last name is Morgan? My entire understanding of adventure has been shattered. How could this happen? I spent countless hours imagining the epic tales, the hidden treasures all tied together by a glorious bloodline, and now it's a lie? The treasure, the legends, they mean nothing now. My heart feels like it's been ripped from my chest, and every moment I spent dreaming of treasure hunts feels wasted. How can I trust anything anymore? Was it all just a ruse? The world feels dark and empty, and I'm left clutching the remnants of a dream that never was. My world is crumbling around me, and I don't know how to pick up the pieces.